Hello there, Happy New Year. I hope you're feeling great, walking on air or on the moon, if not on air. And luckily, transition alert, that's our song. You know what? Just take your ukulele. Let's dive straight in. Just play with your thumb the open C string. C0, right? Fret number 0. There's no fret. C0, C0 again, C2, and you keep that C2, and on there, you're going to add the whole G sus4, G7 sus4, because that's the 7 held by your index just there. Open 2 1 3. Open 2 1 3. Do do do. And then E1, which is handily already there. That's our 7th. D, E0. D, do. And that's the whole loop and chord bit. Can you believe it? You're doing a whole band just on your ukulele. Good job, you. Giant steps are what you take, walking on the moon. That's not for now. Let's do the intro a bit. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Okay, C0 twice. Do. 2 chord, do do do. And if you get something wrong, the police, the band, might help you out if you listen to their song again. Doom, doom, doom. And it's the same key, D minor, so you can play along with, is that Sting in the, I think it's Sting. Now notice this shape, it's really important and we're going to use it later. But for now, we are going to put our index all across the 5th frets, and that's our D minor 7. You know it like this probably, but this is what we need here. Giant steps are what you take. And then B flat and C, we're going to have two fantastic ways of playing it that really capture the song, because if you play it like this, walking on the moon, it's going to sound dreadful, really, really awful. But by remembering this shape here, our G7 sus4, you can move it up so that your middle finger is on the line with the second dot. So let me just re-explain that. You can see on your ukulele here, you've got 2 dots, the 5th fret and the 7th fret. Now you just take that G7 sus4 and make sure your middle finger is on the fret with the 2nd dot. Okay, now this sounds like this. It's not what we want. But then the trick is to move your middle finger to the G string. And then you've got a 7 open 6 8. But remember, first we've practiced this shape, so it's still the same shape. That's how we remember our B flat. And then the C is really easy. Just move these 3 fingers 2 frets up. And then you've got a 9, open 8, 10. But really, it's so easy, you've just surprised yourself. And then back to index all across. So let's do that again. Index all across, the 5s, that special shape, but the finger where the 2nd dot is, the middle finger where the 2nd dot is, same shape, middle finger goes to the G string. That's the B flat. Move 2 frets up, everything. That's your C. Okay, now you'll see too how easy this is. Giant steps are what you take, walking on the moon. That's the. I hope my legs don't break, walking on the moon. That is so simple. And pretty cool. Let me zoom in a bit. Now we can do the whole song like this. Let's do a bit more. We could walk forever, walking on the moon. Right. D minor 7. We could live together, walking on the moon. And now we need the special rhythm, which is basically, we've got a skip. So this is the beat. We've got a skip, which means we're not going like this, but we're going pop, 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 pop. So if you just want to mute the strings, that's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can do it too. Yes, or you can mute, exactly. You got it, you got it. Mute the strings, and now we're just going to play the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now we're pretty much going to only play the 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you can keep playing everything if you want, but in a really, really subtle way. And also, if you want, but that's a little advanced, you can mute once you've played the 2 and 4, so that the sound is a bit, there's a bit of a reggae, sort of Kingston in London influence there with the, actually with the singing and the way they pronounce words too. It was kind of in the vogue in '79. Giant steps are what you take. You see? Let's just do that on a 5-5-5-5, D minor 7 all across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and okay, let's get singing. Giant steps are what you take, walking on the moon. I hope my legs don't break, walking on the moon. Now the really tricky thing is to not think that all of a sudden your 2 and 4s are your 1 and 3s because you're playing them. So in your head when you practice this, you really need to go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, or 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think 1 and 2 and is a bit easier. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. You need to imagine this sort of weight on the 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. It needs to be inside you somewhere. Maybe practice this while walking outside on the moon. 3, 9, 20, 78, 2023. We could walk forever, walking on the moon. We could live together, walking on the moon. Wait, I've written the note. It's walking on the moon. In the song sheet, by the way, I've left my little memory numbers, and I've got a little note right on the second page as to how I use them. It's quite handy to remember which line they're singing at what point. But actually, if you sing a different walking on the moon, like walking on the moon, it doesn't matter. It's all good. Verse 2. But before verse 2, I forgot, there's the instrumental. Bum, bum, bum. C0 again. Okay, you got this. Walking back from your house. B flat. Walking on the moon. D minor 7. Walking back from your house, walking on the moon. Feet, they hardly touch the ground, walking on the moon. My feet don't hardly make no sound, walking on the moon. So you see what I did there is I messed up. My special shape with the middle finger on the G string was 1 fret too low or too high. But while you practice, just practice the chords. And then B flat and C. And then you've got 1 and 2 and another 1, 2 and then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. For that transition to 5-5-5 to the B flat, you can remember your index only goes up 1 fret, which is what I should have remembered. Okay, chorus. And now we can use the same movement, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just play a bit more of everything. Some may say I'm wishing my days away. No way. C. And if it's the price I pay, some say tomorrow's another day. You say I may well never play. Something like that. And that, my friends, is the entire, whole, complete, everything song. Good job, you. Well done for choosing such a seemingly tricky song to start your year or your day. Depends, when you're watching this. But you can see and you can vouch for the fact now yourself, it's really not that tricky. You just need to play this chord, which is not difficult, and then move it up and keep an eye on the dots, especially the second one for your middle finger. That's it. Have a wonderful time. Oh, and the song sheet's in the description. If you want to support Ukulele Road Trips, the Patreon page, it's confusing because it's the name of my project I started in 2015. Also the name of my patron with the lesson. That's what it is. Anyway, if you feel like supporting that, do. See you soon. Bye-bye.